In December 1923, just months before his death, Rudolf Steiner gathered his closest students for what would be his final teaching on the basic exercises. What he said that night has been kept largely secret within anthroposophical circles until now. The 5 exercises you've been practicing, he said, his voice barely above a whisper, are not 5 exercises. They are 5 notes that create one cosmic chord. And when that chord is struck correctly, he never finished the sentence, but 3 students present that night reported the same phenomenon. They saw light emanating from his body. Welcome back, initiates of consciousness. For 5 days you've been gathering the instruments: control of thought, awakening of will, emotional balance, alchemical perception, sacred uncertainty. Today, you become the symphony. Here's what Steiner revealed only to advanced students. The 5 exercises aren't steps on a ladder. They're facets of a single diamond. And that diamond? It's what the alchemists spent centuries searching for, the philosopher's stone, except it was never a physical object. It's a state of consciousness, and you've been building it piece by piece. Steiner drew a pentagram for his students, 5 points, 1 for each exercise. But here's what he revealed. The magic isn't in the points. It's in the center where all 5 meet. He called the center the 6th exercise, though it's not really an exercise. It's what emerges when the 5 are in perfect balance. And according to multiple witness accounts, when someone achieves this balance, observable phenomena occur. Changes in the electromagnetic field. Synchronicities multiply. What Steiner called karmic acceleration. Now, I'm speculating here, but it's fascinating that modern research on coherent states shows that when different brain regions synchronize, the brain produces a measurable field effect. Steiner was essentially teaching a method to create coherence, not just in the brain, but in what he called the 4 bodies: physical, etheric, astral, and ego. When all 4 align through the 5 exercises, that's when things get interesting. Marie Steiner, Rudolf's wife, wrote in her diary about watching him perform what she called the harmony exercise. She said, "The air around him seemed to shimmer. Animals would approach him without fear. Even skeptics reported feeling an inexplicable peace in his presence." But here's the key. He wasn't doing anything special in those moments. He was simply maintaining the balance of all 5 capacities simultaneously. Steiner warned that attempting the 6th exercise prematurely was like trying to play a symphony before learning the instruments. But he also promised, when the 5 become one, the student touches the same force that moves the planets and grows the plants, the force the ancients called the harmony of the spheres. Today you're going to touch that force. This is different from the previous exercises. We're not building something new. We're awakening what you've already built. The diamond is there. We're just going to let it catch the light. But first, let me be clear about what might happen. Some students report warmth in the chest. Others see colors. Some feel a profound stillness. And some, they feel nothing special at all. Steiner said all responses are perfect. The harmony works whether you feel it or not. Take your position one final time. But notice, doesn't it feel different now? After 5 days of practice, your body knows this is sacred time. Close your eyes. We begin by acknowledging each capacity you've developed, like greeting old friends at a reunion. First, bring your attention to your thoughts. Feel the control you've developed, the ability to focus, to hold one thought steady like you held that pencil. Just notice this capacity. It's yours now, the wild horses of mind, tamed and ready. Now, awareness shifts to your will. Remember your arbitrary action. Feel that spark of pure choice, the power to act without compulsion, without reason, pure spiritual freedom. Let that will force glow in your awareness, not doing anything, just present, awake. Third, find your center of balance, that rose-cross point between joy and sorrow. Feel how you can rest there now, in perfect equanimity. The pendulum still, the heart at peace, yet fully alive. Fourth, activate your alchemical eyes, the perception that finds light in darkness. Feel how you can see the divine blueprint beneath any distortion. This seeing is active now, transforming everything it touches. Finally, embrace the open chalice of your mind, that sacred uncertainty, the space you've created for wisdom not yet imagined. Empty but structured, ready but not grasping. Now comes the mystery. Don't try to balance these five. Don't effort. Simply let them be present together. Controlled thought, here. Awakened will, here. Perfect balance, here. Alchemical sight, here. Open awareness, here. And now, notice what happens in the center. Where all five meet, is there a warmth, a presence, a subtle spinning? This is what Steiner called the birth of the spiritual self. Not your ego, not your personality, something else. Something that exists at the intersection of all your developed capacities. Rest in the center, don't analyze it, don't try to understand it, just be it. From this center, something extraordinary is possible. Steiner called it cosmic breathing, as if the universe itself is breathing through you. Inhale, and feel as if you're drawing in forces from the entire cosmos. Exhale, and feel as if you're radiating harmony back to all existence. Again, cosmic forces entering through your developed capacities. and flowing out as harmonized spiritual force. In this state, Steiner said, karma can shift, not through doing, through being. The very quality of your presence begins to transform the web of cause and effect around you. Rest here as long as feels right, in the center of your own philosopher's stone, the harmony of all you've developed. When you're ready, very gently, let your awareness return to your physical body, but try to keep some of that central harmony. Take a deep breath of return and open your eyes. Welcome back, but notice you haven't fully returned, have you? Some part of you remains in that center. This is what Steiner called continuous consciousness, maintaining spiritual awareness while fully engaged in physical life. Here's how Steiner prescribed the ongoing practice. Each morning, take just 1 minute. Touch each of the 5 capacities, like checking that all instruments are tuned. Then find the center for just a moment. Throughout the day, whenever you remember, return to that center. Not through effort, just by remembering it exists. Steiner said this simple practice could, over time, completely restructure your destiny. Now here's something remarkable. Steiner claimed that when a human being achieves this inner harmony, it doesn't just change their life, it creates what he called an evolution node in humanity's collective field. Each person maintaining this balance becomes a point through which higher spiritual forces can enter Earth's atmosphere, literally helping humanity evolve. In the ancient mysteries, this was the first real initiation. Everything before was preparation. When a student could maintain the harmony of all their developed capacities, they were considered twice born. Born once through nature, born again through conscious development. Today, you've experienced that second birth. I want to end with Steiner's words from that final teaching in 1923. These might be the most important words he ever spoke about human development. The harmony exercise is not something you do, it is something you become. And when enough human beings become this harmony, the earth itself will transform. This is not metaphor. This is spiritual science. You are now part of that transformation, not through belief, not through hope, through developed capacity. Let's seal this with one final moment. Close your eyes. Find that center one more time, the place where all 5 meet. From this center, make a gentle commitment. I will maintain this harmony. In difficulty, I will remember. In joy, I will remember. I am the harmony of developed consciousness. Feel how the universe itself seems to acknowledge this commitment. Open your eyes. Welcome to your life as a conscious harmonizer of forces. Tomorrow, day 7, We explore what Steiner called the ultimate fruit of these exercises, the Rückschau, or reverse review, a technique so powerful he said it could dissolve karma in real time. But today you have a harmony to maintain, a center to remember, a philosopher's stone to polish with every conscious moment. Remember, you're not just transforming yourself anymore, you're a transformation node for humanity. Use this power wisely. Until tomorrow, fellow harmonizers, may your center hold and your light increase.